So this is going to be a review for the quiz that we will be having on Friday. So the question asks, what is the value of y? And y is right here. Remember, we talked about these are vertical angles. They are opposite each other, and they are congruent, which means they are the same. So if they are the same, we can set up an equation to where this angle equals this angle. Okay, so since this angle right here is 60 degrees, that means 3y also has to equal 60 degrees. So if I were to set that up, 3y is multiplication, so to undo it, we would divide by 3 on each side, which means y would equal 20. Y would equal 20. So what would happen if, let's say this is 90 degrees and this is 5x. So since they are vertical, we would set them equal to each other. 5x is equal to 90. So what is that going to equal? We would divide each side by 5. 90 divided by 5 is equal to 18. So x would equal 18 in this case. Okay, so we also learned complementary and supplementary angles. So complementary angles are angles that add to 90 degrees, and then supplementary angles they add to 180 degrees. So if you were told angle 1 and angle 2 are supplementary, and they give you that angle 1 is equal to 60 degrees, they want you to solve for the angle measure of 2. Okay, so since they are supplementary, that means they add up to 180 degrees. So if one of them is 60, what would be left over for the other angle? Okay, so basically, we know one of the angles is 60, plus the other angle we don't know, so I'm going to use x. Since they're supplementary, they are equal to 180 degrees. So to get x by itself, I would subtract 60 on each side. So x would be equal to 120 degrees. All right, so what if you were told that two angles are complementary this time? So if two angles are complementary, and you know that angle 1 is equal to 30 degrees, what is angle 2 going to be equal to? Well, we don't know what one of them is, plus the other angle is 30. Since they are complementary, they're going to be equal to 90. So we would subtract 30 from 90 degrees. So the second angle would equal 60 degrees. All right, the next thing we are going to review, if I have a triangle, we know that all angles add up to 180 degrees. So if you were told that this angle is 60 degrees, this angle is 50 degrees, and we want to find what this third angle is. Since they all add up to 180 degrees, we could do x is one of the angles, plus 60 is one of the angles, plus 50 is one of the angles. And we're going to set it equal to 180 because it's a triangle. So we can combine like terms, 60 plus 50, we can turn it into x plus 110 is equal to 180. So my last step is to subtract 110 from each side, so x is going to be equal to 70. All right, so what if we are given a problem like this? So what if this was 100 degrees and this is 2x? Okay, so we need to figure out what can we set it equal to. Well, this is a straight line, which means it's 180 degrees. So we can add them together. 2x plus 100 is equal to 180. So we would subtract 100 from each side to get 2x is equal to 80, and then divide by 2, so x is going to equal 40 in this case. All right, the last thing is finding the circumference of a circle. So circumference, remember, is equal to pi times the diameter. We use 3.14 for the pi symbol. And if we remember, diameter is all the way across, and the radius is only halfway across. All right, so if you were given a circle and you were told that the diameter is 4.2, so we would plug that in to our formula. So pi, 3.14, times the diameter, which is 4.2, we would multiply those together. 4.2 times 3.14 is equal to 13.188.